Hi everyone. Today we're going to work on the lower sweep across the body. So where you have the four movements that most people have in martial arts of upper movement, inner to outer, outer to inner, we're going to work on today the lower. And if you notice I said lower sweep because the others are all called ukes in Japanese. So if you do karate you'd have Gedan Barai, Uchi or Sotoki, and then suddenly you have Gedan Barai. Barai, what does that mean? Barai is the sweep. So you have Ashi Barai, which is the sweep with the feet. Think of it as if you were sweeping with a broom. So Barai. So it's a slightly different kind of movement. So let's have a look. So where we've got the wedge, if Adam throws his arm out, would wedge straight through. Now where we were turning this ball, as he pushes in, where we turn the wedge into the ball here, this was the upper movement. Then we had the inner to outer movement, and then we have the outer to inner movement. Now we want to roll the ball that way. Now this is the one movement that we do slightly different when we do it with a closed fist. But let's look at the open hand first. If you look, all of these movements where you cross the arms, they're all within Mooshuke. So when we look at a crossed arm movement, when we look at the pulling and pushing movement, that's in Mooshuke. So here you've got that turning. Now if I want to strike from there, if you notice my hand is still in play, I can still attack, I turn the hand over. This can either go into the ribs, it can go to break the hip joint down, or it can go through and strike into the groin. The other hand can be used to palm it away. So we can go from here and take it away this way. We can go from here, take it away this way, here, take it away this way. So we can change, we can work through what we would call any of the gates. And if I palmed him away here, with a little push I can make him bring this arm on, and that could make me take it from here, take it away from here. So as you can see I can start to play and kind of get into any area I want, and I can make him do what I want. So if from here I palm and take it away, turn my hand to strike, but now Adam follows me with this arm, comes across, takes me away, now he turns his hand to come in, so now I have to use this way, in, hey, now we've got another good pushing hands drill going, this way to this way. Again, we're dealing with this moment that we touch, the moment we touch the opponent, the ability to be able to absorb, redirect his force, his energy. And I could go from there, I could take it into an upper, an outer to inner, an inner to outer, and back down again. So now we're using all four movements kind of in a freestyle pushing hands, and if you notice it's still kept fairly slow, still kept fairly fluid, and down. If we close the fists on this, the passing hand now becomes a strike using these joints on the finger, so it becomes a strike onto these points of the arm from here. Also we've got this movement of the other arm, so it would be passing from one to the other. You can actually get the elbow inside his arm. Then this fist can become like a back fist strike through to the groin. You quite often see this also used as the rub point here on the triple warmer, which is what makes the legs give way from here. So you can use it as a back fist strike into the groin. You can use it as a strike this way through onto the arms. It can also be used if I bring the elbow from this point onto those points on the top of the arm, so the ones on the lung meridian here or the large intestine, you can drop the elbow down, and if I drop it, he will drop to his knees with the strike from here. Then this becomes a hammer fist strike that goes in behind the ear here. So from the open hand or closed fist. You can start to see how even those basic forms or katas where you're endlessly doing these ukes, you've got interpretation, you've got application that actually starts to make them work. You know, my view is that in kata or form of any description, you've got three parts. A trinity. You've got the health. And the health is very important because to get the right kind of root to the floor, posture, breathing, the right kind of mindset, means that you've got to be able to have a healthy mind, you've got to be able to have a healthy body. Then you've got the skill aspect. If you notice, we're working very hard on our skills. So when you look at what appears to be just very basic movements, mostly they're the movements you learn when you first come to class. Then you look at the way that they're used in form and in kata, and you get to realise it actually doesn't matter what kata or what form. The applications are endless. So when you look at them, they are the magic movements. They're grappling, locking, throwing, striking, dislocating. So whatever form or kata these four ukes or receiving movements come in, you can see also we're dealing specifically with receiving the opponent, the moment that we actually touch. So when you look here, we've got any of these movements, a lovely little pushing hands drill. But it doesn't matter whether you do Kung Fu, Karate, Tai Chi, this is a drill you can do because all these movements will be inside your martial art. Then you can start to work the application from them from there. And when you look at the trinity of form and kata, you've got the health aspect, so your posture, your breathing, your mind will give you good mental health, physical health. You've got the skills aspect, which means that you can get your balance, you can walk properly, breathe properly, move properly and powerfully. Then you've got the applications of the movements, the way that you can use them with deadly efficiency. And most important, it doesn't depend on how big or strong you are. The skill of the movement really truly means a smaller person can defeat a bigger person. And this is what martial arts should really be all about. Thank you.